This is Scratch Your Own Itch, the one show that delivers the conversations that we're afraid to share, but need to. This show is all about creating a life worth living. I'm Logan Tyler Nelson, and I'm your host. So, you're going to hear conversations with creators and entrepreneurs talk about what they do, their current and past traumas, how they became who they are, and what they are truly curious about. This is the show where we talk about the things we think about a lot, but need to talk about more. Please take note that this show is not a substitute for actually creating a life worth living, because this show will stir your beliefs, make you question what it means to create a life worth living. So my promise to you is to always give you one question to answer for yourself today to start turning your dreams into a reality. Hey, ladies and gents. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. It does seriously mean so much to me. It really does. I really can't appreciate you enough for taking time out of your day to listen to this. And this is going to be an episode just with me because I've got to talk about something that I think is really tough for a lot of people to be real with themselves, because maybe they're not actually honing in on what they want their obituary to say. And this is really hard. Like, it's kind of scary to think about death. But if you're someone who does, you're not alone in that thinking. I want you to know that. And you're not alone in thinking about the future a lot. And your mind often sometimes gravitates towards thinking about the future instead of being in the present. But lately, I've realized there's a few hacks that you can do to really stay in the present and just be with yourself. And the first hack is gratefulness. It's really just gratefulness. To just be super grateful for your time that you're here. Being grateful for maybe just your ability to move, to walk. Maybe you're grateful for having the ability to communicate, to have words and thoughts. Who knows? Who knows what you're actually grateful for? But that little trick does put you at a state of presence that is unlike anything else. The next thing is being able to exercise, to really just act, to really actively get inside your body. And I want to just challenge you to doing this. It's a weird little thing that I do, but every single time I go pee, alright, everyone pees, right? And you probably read the book, Everybody Poops, so everyone poops and pees. But every time you use the restroom, just do like 5 little sink push-ups that I call them, where you just press your hands against the sink, 15 little squats, and then 25 like shouting, like motions, like a shoulder press, but like you're rooting, if that makes sense. Like 25 of those up and down arm motions. And doing this little hack does put you at presence as well, because it makes you breathe, and breathing makes you present. And so it's the same ideology that someone goes out for a smoke when they're stressed out, but instead putting this little habit into place, you can really hack your way into presence. And the third trick that I want to introduce you is to talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. I know that sounds really odd, but it's not a bad idea to maybe on your next drive to hit the record, just like I'm hitting the record on my memos for my iPhone. Depending on if you got Droid, you can also do voice memos as well. But to just talk about the wins that you had during the day, like the little celebrations. Like, it could be as little as like, I found a coupon for 99-cent veggies, or maybe the win is I woke up 20 minutes earlier than planned, or maybe the win is I did that little habit that Logan talked about with presents, where I did 5 push-ups, 15 air squats, and then 25 25 air roots, I guess we'll call them. So I hope this really is something that you do. And if you do it, please send me a message on LinkedIn. I'm mostly on LinkedIn. And send me a message and just say, hey, like, I did that habit that you're talking about, and this is what it did for me. And if you do this, this is something that's going to really help you create a dream that you have inside your head and make it a reality, which is so important. I'm not just talking about it as like woo-woo, but it's important to know that you can manifest this stuff. So, anyways, thank you again for taking the time. And if you found this inspirational or insightful, please hit that share button. That would mean the world to me. Specifically, share it on Facebook, share it on LinkedIn, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, and tag me. Please tag me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. So, don't forget, you matter and you're enough.
There'll be girls across the nation that'll eat this up. Babe, I know that it's your soul, but could you bottle it up? Get down to the heart of it. No, it's my heart. Your shit out of your luck. Don't make me tell you again. Woo! Love, love, love. Hey. Love, 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 love.
Oh, wow. You made it to the very end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Scratch Your Own Itch with your host, Logan Tyler Nelson. To make it to the end, gosh, that doesn't happen very much nowadays. I mean, especially with the constant distraction. So, I appreciate all of the efforts that you just took out of your day to make it to the end. And if you hit that subscribe button and leave a review, you would have no idea what that would mean to me. So thank you so much for taking the time to hit that subscribe button. And if you leave a review, check it out. Just screenshot it, send it to me, and I'd love to host your review out on the show. But don't ever forget, like I say, you matter and you're enough.
Love is the main reason for how all this happened. Love for all my fans, love for all the shows. Got love for all my memories, no matter where I go. Even if I'm out to nothing, I know there's always something. It's not a fitness test, but it'll always